Hi, this is BB. Um, so, and this is Mama. I just gave her one of those waterless shampoo baths. I remember back in California, she used to smell like burnt rubber. It used to smell like burnt rubber or something. Like, I don't know what this burnt rubber smell is. Her fur used to smell like that. I used to wonder where it's coming from. But it's like burnt rubber. At one time, I remember smelling burnt rubber. And I went out the house and I was looking around because I could smell like something was burning. Then another time I thought I smelled something really strong and I thought, I looked around again. I even texted and asked, do you smell something burning? There was no response. But anyway, with that being said, it's, I woke up this morning, I had a night's sleep anyway, and my head feels like, imagine if you will, your head, back of your neck. Like someone took a flat board and is pressing against it. And you feel like you're being pivoted, pushed forward by something flat, like something flat pushing you forward. And there's a pain, a sharp pain, or in two or three different places, there's sharp pains all over around your back of your head and neck. And this burnt rubber smell. This thing that I bought, this Aquagel, Aquegel, the one with the zinc, it did help me last night. It did help me. I don't know, does that mean that the smell isn't there? Of course it is. But I believe that the gel, because you insert it in your nose, is kind of absorbing or getting all the impurities are getting stuck in that. That's like a filter, an added layer filter. They have scented ones, like eucalyptus, lavender. They have scented ones. But I bought the one with the zinc because they said zinc is good for people like us. Zinc is, in this case, I don't know if it's magnetic or not, but I think it helps. I'm not sure. This one has zinc. I guess I can rub that like around the back of my head and my neck as well if it'll help. Buy some zinc ointment and rub it all over. Like if most you guys eventually may have to, if it's really bad, shave their heads and put some zinc ointment all over it. I think that might help. I'm not sure. Do your research before you do any of these things I say. I'm going by, if I hear at least 5 people say the same thing, then I think it has some merit. With that being said, and I smell the stuff burning. I still smell it burning. But it feels like, I believe it's one of those, those things where you put like to purify a room. Where you put it to purify a room and you can't be in there for like an hour or two or something like that. It generates some kind of ozone. I believe that that's what they're either putting in a crawl space or close to you. It shocks like electricity. Imagine like bubbles. But like these bubbles, when they hit you, they're burning like pepper, like a combination of like a flat iron, some electricity, is something that burns like acid, basically. I see them like bubbles, and then they hit you, and then they just come at you, like bubbles, like blowing bubbles, and you have they're shaped, and they come and they hit you like that. That's how my mind is picturing what they would look like. Because the sensations that I'm going through, they're very real. So the mind is coming up with what it knows about this. It doesn't know much. But this is what it knows it feels like. So it comes up with its own scenario. It has to put it in a box. It has to make sense of what these sensations are. And the mind is neutral. doesn't understand what the pain is. It just knows its sensations. What could it possibly feel like? It feels like bubbles. It takes everything now, every minute sensation prior to, anticipation that is prior, as well as the feeling of frustration after the fact. Every time it hits, and there's many of them. And then it comes up with this bubble-like form. Because it doesn't know what it is. But this is what it feels like to it. So with that being said, that's what I think is happening. So what that's doing to the inside, to the chest, to the respiratory system, to the heart muscles, to your organs, to your bowels, to your stomach lining, to your bladder. Because when you urinate, it starts to burn again. I don't go anywhere. I haven't urinated outside in a long time. Today, I was with a client, and we went to get something to eat, and I used the bathroom. That's like maybe 2 months it took. What changed? It's the same water, same soap. What changed? No sexual partners. What changed? Nothing. There's got to be something I'm ingesting that's causing it. It's a picture of what my leg looks like. I can't look at it. I don't know if it'll ever come back normal. Now they're telling me it won't be normal. Then they'll take like a sticker, like they have something like a sticker, and paste it on me using whatever it is. Now, how they're able to get this technology down where you're actually seeing them do this, I don't know. I don't know if there's a bit of psychic ability in there, or just that they focused on you for so long that your mind, being the beautiful piece of machinery that it is, and it's such a blessing, it starts to either see them do this or give the appearance of this. I'm not sure. Because there is such a thing as psychic energy or extrasensory perception. Extra, above normal, sight, sound, smell, taste, hearing, feeling, touching. Above, extra sensory, an extra sense, which means sense of smell heightened, sense of feeling, touching, the sensations of feeling something, sight, audio, verbal, they're heightened, perception. Now, how does the word perception fit into this? Extrasensory perception. Everything is a perception. It's how you perceive it to be. You perceive, you feel his phone. I guess it's a perception, what you've been taught. Feeling that this fur is a perception. Perception, perceive, right? Which one comes first? Perceive is a perception, I believe, comes after. To perceive. Now, perception would be, in this case, is it something vague? Something that's left up to interpretation? Something indefinable? I don't know. Something that's you can see, but you're not sure what you're seeing because it's really not there. It's not in front of you. So it's a perception. My perception, does it rhyme with interpretation? I don't know. My perception of something. I'm sorry. I like words. I like to explore what things really mean and to break it down where I understand it. So, sorry about the lengthy. I could do that all day, by the way. I love to do that. Anyway, I'm still smelling this, and I'm hoping that I get through the night. But I gotta tell you something. Every night I go to sleep, I'm afraid that I won't wake up, or I'm gonna wake up where something is wrong in my head. And I'm gonna tell you right now, Next video I make, I'll hold the Bible that I hold dear in my hand. I don't use drugs. The most I've ever used was marijuana, and as a teenager. I don't use drugs. If I drink once a year, that's a lot. I don't like the feeling of being hungover. And I get hungover while I'm drinking. I start to sweat profusely. I can't take it. I'm not a drinker. If I'm depressed and I drink, that's the worst possible thing in the world I could do. People drink to feel better, and the moment I drink, I start to feel worse. Because I got to deal with the shit that's not going to go away, that's causing me to drink in the first place. Then I got to deal with that as well. That's not a good thing for me. So, anyway. I just have this fear. I do have a fear. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go online. I don't know what I'm going to find. If there's a group in where I live, in Toledo, Ohio, that will actually be, if there's a group of people who are survivors of this, or who are trying to survive right now, or have a support group, as kooky as people would think that we are, or may think we are, or would try to put us in this box of crazies, I would like to meet up. I would like to meet. I can't travel far because I don't drive, but I'll try to find a way to get there. Just to feel that sense of, like, let us, so that we know we're not alone in this. Because sometimes you need that. When the world feels like an outsider, you reach for God. And God sometimes put people in your path. Because He knows, as human beings, we need other human beings. We weren't put alone. Even Adam and Eve had each other. Adam was made and he was lonely. Then He created Eve for him. He was lonely. So, with that being said, meeting up is going to help. I'll make another video later. Right now, my head right here is hurting really bad.